Hello, my hospice family. Come on in. Come on in, my hospice family. Come on in. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Duns Hospice. My name is Nurse Dawn, and I shall be your hospice registered nurse. Okay? Come in, keep me company this evening. Let's talk about it. Okay? We are going to we're going to have a discussion. Okay, we're gonna have a discussion. Hello, Colin. Hello, Angie. Hi, my beautiful people. Coming in. As you come in, my beautiful people, my beautiful hospice family, my beautiful caregivers, I'm gonna ask you to give me a like, okay? Give me a like and subscribe if you haven't done so. I remember Colin, definitely. How you guys doing this evening? How's your day? Happy June 1st, y'all. Happy June 1st. Can you believe we are halfway? We are halfway done. You know, the year is almost, it's like halfway over. Anybody have any big plans for the summertime? What's your plans for the summertime? Any big travelings? Anybody going to travel? Oh my God, Colin! Your birthday's tomorrow. What a blessing to see another year, huh? What are you planning on doing? Like, how are you planning on celebrating it? Are you having a party, or are you gonna keep it solo, or just something simple? Let me know. What's your big plans? That is awesome. You know, I love birthdays, like every single year is a blessing, you know. Every year should be celebrated like really to the max, you know. You will party? Can we, what kind of party do you do on a Tuesday, huh? Can we really party on Tuesdays? That is so funny. I like that though. I think it's awesome. You should party as much as you can because when you're old, and your knees don't work the way they used to, you know, your hips don't work the way they used to, it's you're gonna have the memories, the memories of you celebrating your birthday and partying. Hello, C. I'm gonna call you C. I'm doing well, my friend. I'm doing so much better that I'm here with y'all, okay? It makes me always, because I worked all day today, like all day. I've been working so hard. But guess what? Even though I feel so tired at the end of the day, whenever I get in front of this camera, I have this burst of energy, okay? So I'm doing a whole lot better seeing you guys. Yes, Angie, you are back, and I'm happy you're back, okay? Come on in, my beautiful people. Please give me a like, okay? Like the video as you come in. We are going to talk about magic wand, okay? If you had a magic wand, what would you do? And you guys, I bought my friend Rosie. Rosie's gonna keep me company, okay? You're gonna be seeing her a lot. She's gonna keep me company, all right? This is Rosie, y'all. Okay, she's on my website. I'm gonna put the link in my description bar if you would like to get yourself one like her. She comes in different color t-shirts and different says, okay? This is Rosie. All right. I'm gonna write a post where you could find her. All right. So let me gather my notes. As you guys know, hi, Rosie spelled with a I-E. Rosie. And guess what? My son named her. I was like, what should we name the teddy bear? And he's like, call her Rosie, mommy. So that's why this is Rosie. Thank you, Colin, for saying hi to Rosie for me. I appreciate you, my friend. Yes. So, okay, so let's talk about it. Magic wand, huh? So this topic literally just came to my mind today, okay? Because I was thinking to myself, as I was driving and working, I was saying to myself, thank you. Yay, Colin, thank you. That's how you spell it. Thank you. As I was driving today, guys, I was thinking to myself, you know, if my caregivers could just do one thing, like if we could do one thing that would help the caregivers, based on my experience, and you could let me know, to you as a caregiver watching, okay, you as a caregiver, you who's taking care of somebody who's dying, taking care of somebody under hospice care, if you had a magic wand, what would your wish be? Like, what is that one thing that could make your life easier? What would it be that would make it easier for you to take care of your mom who's dying, your dad who's dying, your husband, your wife, your neighbor? If you had a magic wand, what would be your wish? Let me know, my beautiful people. Let me know, guys. Talk to me, talk to me. Okay, if you find yourself taking care of a loved one under hospice care, this channel, my beautiful people, is dedicated to hospice care, is dedicated to, end of life care. I am a real life hospice registered nurse. Okay, I've been a registered nurse since 2010. Yes, I know I have a baby face. Thank you, thank you. But I've been a nurse for 16 years, guys, okay? And out of which I've been a hospice nurse since 2012, okay? And I want to extend my services, my knowledge, my experience, just, us have a conversation to help you who's taking care of somebody, that's under hospice care. I want to be able to reach as many people as I can. So that being said, oh, you like my earrings? Thank you, my dear. Thank you. This is also on my Amazon storefront. And I'm going to put the link, okay? You could get yourself one just like it, my dear. Thank you so much. Mwah. Thank you, Janelli. Yes. So the number one thing that my hospice caregivers tells me, okay, like, is that other than the fact that they want their loved ones to heal, okay, because I deal with people who have cancer, okay, who have liver failure, who has, Alzheimer's, end stage Alzheimer's, who has kidney disease. All right. Like, I see people with like a lot of illnesses where there's no cure. Okay. And I'm actually going to start making a series of just, the different diagnoses that would qualify somebody to be under hospice care. Okay. Because I think maybe you guys might be interested. Okay. Let me know. Let me know if you want me to make a video, and I'm going to make each of the diagnoses a different video. Okay. And I'm going to have a playlist where I'm going to basically talk about each illnesses that qualifies somebody to be under hospice care, because it has to do with Medicare. Medicare regulates us. Okay, Medicare scrutinizes what we do. Okay, all right. Okay, so the number one thing that the caregivers wish that they could have, other than the fact that they want their loved ones to be healed, which I completely understand, is that they want more hands-on care. Okay. When I say hands-on care, what I mean is that hospice provides them with a hospice aide. Okay. And a hospice aide is somebody who comes in and help to clean your mom, help to clean your wife, help to, bathe them. Because when somebody is dying, when somebody is at the end of life, they're usually in bed. Okay, they're usually in bed. They cannot take care of themselves. They cannot, you know like, brush their teeth. How you and I get up, we brush our teeth, we do our hair, we put on our clothes, things like that. But when somebody is dying, you know they need somebody to do all of that for them. you know if somebody, they cannot go to the bathroom by themselves. They can't feed themselves. So the caregivers usually ask us, can they have more CNA? Can they have more CNA help? Hospice aides, you know? And hospice care, my company, like companies, that are out there that do the hospice companies, they give you the hospice aid for only 1 hour at a time. Like you could have a hospice aid Monday through Friday for 1 hour. Okay. And most of them do not work on the weekends. You know what I mean? So then think about it. What happens, the other 23 hours, you know? Like when the hospice aide come in the morning, she will, give your dad a bed bath, she will clean him up. If he was soiled, she will clean him, put on, new clothes on him. But what happens when she leaves? How my caregiver? Think about it. What if you need to go to, your doctor's office? What if you have a dentist appointment? You know, what if you, as my caregiver, you need to go to do some grocery shopping? You know, or what if you just need a break? And especially at nighttime, when it's night times, and especially the patients with dementia, with Alzheimer's, at nighttime, they will try to get out of bed, you know, and a lot of them will fall down, unfortunately, and get injured, you know. And at nighttime, too, sometimes the patient might need you, but you, as my caregiver, you will be tired. You know what I mean? You will be tired. And so you may not be able to take care of your loved ones at nighttime because you've been taking care of your loved ones all day long. And now it's nighttime, you are tired. You know what I mean? You just want to have a peaceful rest. So the number one, wish that the caregivers have, other than they want to find a cure, is that they want extra help. You know, they want they want somebody to come in, you know, and help to take care of their loved ones with them. Okay? Does that make sense, my beautiful people? Talk to me, talk to me. You as a caregiver who's watching this video, okay? Or you who knows somebody who's taking care of somebody, under hospice care. What is the biggest need? Hmm? What's your biggest need that you have? What would make your life easy if you were to find yourself in a position where you are taking care of somebody who's dying? What do you think would be your biggest need? You know, like what would help you? What would help you, to have a better day, to have to make that experience, go smoothly or better for you, you know? Because from my experience, guys, the caregivers, they need more help. They want more hands-on help, you know? Because, sometimes our patients, might have diarrhea, you know, and you may change them 4 times already, and you're tired when it comes to the fifth time, you know? Or we may have, patients who are very anxious. You know what I mean? They're very anxious and they cannot stay by themselves, you know? They need somebody to do one-to-one. And you're just tired. You have been watching them all this time, and now you just want a break. And most often, believe it or not, especially in America, we don't have people who we could call and say, hey, can you come and stay with my dad for 4 hours? Can you come and clean my dad up for me? You know what I mean? We don't have that. And so, from my experience, like I said, this is something that's huge. That is exactly what the caregivers want. If they could have a magic wand, you know, they would get extra help more than just the hour that the hospice CNA comes in, you know? Because like I said, the hospice CNA, she doesn't stay in the house for long. The most time she may stay would be like 90 minutes, you know? She'll come in, clean the patient, change the bed linen, do some light house duties, maybe wash the hair, you know? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Like, do you follow? Okay. I just wanted to say thank you to you guys. Okay. So my friend says my grandpa is always working outside even though he has bad back problems. So I do the work for him, but the work is heavy. Oh, that's awesome. You're such a blessing. That is so good. How old is your grandpa? Hmm? How old is he? And God bless him, for being able to still work in the backyard. And that's another thing too. People flourish more the more they can do. You know what I mean? Like whatever we don't use, we lose. Oh, he's 70? That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, so I mean, I know you are worried about him, Colin, but if he's being safe, I encourage him to go out there and do the work because the more active we keep our body, the healthier and the longer you'll be able to have your grandpa around. So I'm very happy that you help him, but don't try to stop him, okay? It's okay to help, but let him, keep at it, you know? Oh, thank you, Max. I love that comment. Thank you, Max. Did you subscribe? Hey, Max, did you subscribe? I hope you did. I hope you did, Max. Thank you so much, my friend. But yes, like I was saying, my beautiful people, the number one, the number one thing that the caregivers ask me for is, can I get more help? You know, can I have more help? Because especially on the weekends and especially at night. And what I want to say is this, okay? And that's why I want us, if you find yourself taking care of somebody with a, terminal illness, please connect with your local hospice agency because even though the hospice aide comes in for just 1 hour, maybe 90 minutes, but guess what? The social worker, the hospice social worker, they're great at getting you extra resources, extra help in the community. Okay. The hospice aide, she could get you extra help, you know? She could absolutely get you that extra help that you need. Okay, my beautiful hospice family, my caregivers. And so I have seen many, many scenarios, many, many situations where the hospice social worker can get you 20 hours more, you know? So that's 20 hours more of somebody coming into your house to help to clean your mom, to clean your dad when they're soiled, to help to feed them, you know, to stay in the house with your husband, with your wife, so that you can go to the store. Okay. So that's huge, right? Like, who wouldn't want an extra 20 hours of help? Because, like I said, on the weekends, on the weekends, at nighttime, you know, you're tired. You're tired. You are physically drained. And especially at the end of life, when you're taking care of somebody, they become dead weight. They cannot turn. You have to physically hold them and turn them around. Like like as you can see, I'm a pretty, petite woman, right? Like I am petite. And imagining me getting under somebody who's like 2 times bigger than me, trying to move them, it's a lot of work. And you need two people to transfer somebody when they're at end of life. Because like I said, they are dead weight. They can't do it. And so therefore, if you have 20 extra hours, okay, my beautiful people, if you have 20 extra hours of, help, that makes a huge difference, right? That is big. Okay. Like, do you guys understand? Like, that is just so awesome. Let me know, my caregivers, if you have any questions. Thank you guys. So that's what I want to say tonight. Like, I want to encourage you, my caregivers. If you ever find yourself, like, Colin, if your grandpa down the line, not now, 30 years from now, when he's 100 years old, okay? When your grandpa is 100 years old, and he's like at end of life, I encourage you, to contact your local hospice agency, because your family will get so much help. Your family will get the hospice nurse to come into your house to help take care of your grandpa, the hospice social worker, the hospice aide, a doctor, like a hospice doctor. If your grandpa were to, need medication on a Sunday, we can, give it to them, because we have a hospice pharmacy who delivers medications to your loved ones, you know? It's just a great service to enroll your loved ones under hospice care, because I want us to understand that it's not the word hospice that is killing the patient, it's the disease, you know? For example, it's not the word dentist that gives you a toothache, you know? The dentist did not give you the cavity, you know? It's the sweets that you and I love to eat. That's what give us the cavities, right? So same thing, because I often hear people don't want to use the word hospice, okay, because it's like such a taboo. And I have to remind them, I have to educate them. It's not the word hospice that is killing your loved ones, it's the illness. If anything, hospice is a service. You see, it's a great service where you get to be connected with professionals to help your loved ones to have a peaceful pass, to help your loved ones to pass and to have, you know, control on how the end of life will look like. Okay, my beautiful people. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to say, okay? That's what I wanted to come out here and say to us. Please be sure to subscribe, okay? Subscribe and give me a like if you haven't done so, okay? Share my videos, okay? Help me to grow this channel like my friend Max says. Yes, Colin. Yes, yes, my friend. You got it. You got it. You got it 100%. Okay, 100%. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go now. Thank you for being here with me this evening. All right. Please be sure to come back tomorrow. Okay, come back tomorrow when I go live again. Be sure to hit the notification bell so you'll know each time I upload a video. Okay, check out my website. All right. I have many things in there, like many resources that will help you. Okay, check out my book. My book is on Amazon. I wrote this book especially with you in mind, my beautiful people. End of life is life. Okay. All right, guys. I love you guys. I love you guys with the love of Jesus Christ. Okay. Mwah. Come back again. Good night.